The Golden Bird by Jacob Grimm and Wilhelm Grimm. Once upon a time, there was a king who had a beautiful garden. In that garden stood a tree that bore golden apples. These apples were always counted carefully, but when they began to ripen, it was found that each night one was missing. The king grew angry and ordered his gardener to keep watch beneath the tree. The gardener sent his eldest son, but around midnight the boy fell asleep, and by morning another apple was gone. The second son tried next, but he too slept through the night. Then the youngest son offered to keep watch. His father was afraid something bad might happen to him, but at last he agreed. At midnight, as the clock struck 12, the boy heard a soft rustling in the air. A bird of pure gold came flying down and began to peck at one of the apples. The boy leapt up and shot an arrow, but it did the bird no harm. Only one golden feather fell from its tail as it flew away. In the morning the feather was brought to the king. His council gathered, and everyone agreed it was worth more than all the riches of the kingdom. But the king said, "One feather is of no use to me. I must have the whole bird." The gardener's eldest son set out to find the golden bird. He soon came to a forest where he saw a fox sitting by the roadside. He raised his bow to shoot, but the fox called out, "Do not shoot me, and I will give you good counsel." The fox warned him to avoid the bright, cheerful inn and stay at the shabby one instead. But the young man thought, what could a fox know? He ignored the advice and went to the fine inn where there was singing and laughter, and there he forgot his quest. When the eldest son did not return, the second went after him. He too met the fox, heard the same warning, and ignored it. When he reached the village, his brother was at the window of the merry inn, calling to him to come in. Unable to resist, he joined the celebration and forgot the golden bird and home, just as his brother had. At last, the youngest son begged to go. His father was reluctant, but the boy's heart was set. As he entered the forest, he met the fox, and this time he listened. The fox said gently, "Sit upon my tail, and you will travel faster." The boy obeyed, and away they went over hills and valleys until their hair whistled in the wind. That night, the boy stayed at the shabby inn, just as the fox had advised. In the morning, the fox appeared again. "Go straight until you find a castle," he said. "Before it lie sleeping soldiers. Do not wake them. Inside, the golden bird sits in a wooden cage beside a beautiful golden one. Take care, do not move it." Everything was as the fox said. But when the boy saw the dull wooden cage, he thought, it would be foolish to take such a treasure home in that. He placed the bird in the golden cage. The bird screamed so loudly that the guards awoke, and he was taken prisoner. The king told him, "You shall die, unless you bring me the golden horse that runs as swiftly as the wind." The boy set out again, weary and hopeless, but soon the fox appeared once more. "You see what comes of ignoring advice," said the fox. "Still, I will help you again." He told the boy how to take the horse and warned him to use the old leather saddle. But when the boy saw the shining golden saddle, he could not resist. The groom awoke, shouting, and the boy was caught again. This time he was told he could save his life only by bringing the beautiful princess from the faraway castle. The fox appeared once more, patient and kind. "Go to the castle," he said. "At midnight, the princess will go to the bathhouse. Kiss her and she will come with you, but do not let her take leave of her father." All happened as foretold. But when the princess wept and begged to say farewell, the boy's heart softened. The moment she entered her father's hall, the guards awoke and seized him. The king said, "You shall never have my daughter unless you remove the hill that blocks the view from my window within 8 days." The boy worked for 7, accomplishing little. Then the fox came again, saying softly, "Lie down and sleep. I will do it for you." When he awoke, the hill was gone. The king kept his word, and the boy rode away with the princess. "We will have all 3, said the fox, "the princess, the horse, and the bird. Everything went according to plan. The boy had all three, and they fled together. Then the fox said, "Now please kill me and cut off my head and feet." The boy refused, so the fox said, "Then at least remember this: ransom no one from the gallows and sit beside no river." He promised, and soon forgot. He ransomed his two wicked brothers from the gallows, and later, resting beside a river, they turned on him. They threw him down the bank, took the princess, the horse, and the bird, and returned home in triumph. But the horse would not eat, the bird would not sing, and the princess wept without ceasing. The youngest son, broken but alive, was saved by the faithful fox. He returned in disguise to the palace. As soon as he entered, the horse began to eat, the bird sang again, and the princess's tears dried. The truth came out, and the wicked brothers were punished. The youngest son married the princess, and in time became king. Long afterward, the young king walked once more in the forest. There he met the fox, who said softly, "Now please kill me and cut off my head and feet." At last, the king obeyed. And in that instant, the fox was transformed into a man. The princess's long-lost brother freed from an ancient spell. And from that day forward, they all lived happily ever after. The end.